What's going on? This is Pedram and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to answer one of the questions that most people have when they want to start online business. And that question simply is, do I have enough time to start my online business? I'm going to get into that questions and I'm going to answer these questions in the best of my ability. So we should always have a spare 2 hours per day for something as important as building a business and becoming financially free in our life. Getting your business and money right is one of the most important priorities, and you owe it to yourself to spare some time. Now, if you're one of those people out there who saying, but I don't really have the time, but I don't really have the time to do this, think about it. How important is building a business to you? How important is becoming financially free to you? How important is being able to be at top of your life and be able to do what you want when you want? So if you say you don't have no time for something as important as your business, then you really don't have time for anything important. And you got to set your priorities right, and you got to focus on the things that going to help you with your life and is going to move your life forward and helps you make sure you live the best life possible. So please put up some time for something as important as building your business and get rid of all. I'm sure a lot of us are doing things that don't even move our life forward, and get rid of those things. So you should set aside 2 hours per day, not more, not less. If you're starting out online, if you're just planning to start an online business, you don't need to work 8 hours a day on your business. And that's just that myth that's out there. You need to really work, you need to be like a tractor, and you need to work left and right to be able to move your online business forward. Especially if you have a family or you have a day job and other priorities in your life. I know you might be busy and you might have other jobs, you might have a family, and you might have all of that. So that's why I'm asking you just to start with, just put 2 hours on your online business to start with per day. 6 days a week, and you can take a day off. To start with what you need, put in 2 hours, right? And you do not need crazy amount of time. Again, there's that myth out there that you need a lot of time put it on your business. It's not true. And whoever tells you probably don't know what they are talking about. Now, you could put in more time and you could achieve more, but if you have other commitments and you have other priorities, you really don't need to put more than 2 hours, especially when you're starting out. Later on, when you become full-time, is a different story, as long as you're working on the right task. So 2 hours per day in one condition. The condition is you are working on the right task. It's no good just being busy. We are all busy. Don't mistake movement for productivity. It's critical you work on the right task for 2 hours. Your 2 hours are very, very limited. If you are on a computer and all you're doing is on YouTube and checking emails, that's bad 2 hours. You are busy but not productive. So it's important to be very selective about your time, about the things you do, and what you spend your time on. So it's critical you spend your time on the important task that's going to move your business forward. So let's talk about some unimportant tasks. What are the tasks that is not really not going to move your business forward and you're wasting time and you're going around the circle? Is these are the tasks: checking emails, YouTube, being on Facebook, Instagram, all social media way most people use it. They're just surfing on there and just checking their friends and stuff like that. Really don't not going to move your business forward. Learning on YouTube or whatever else how to create a website. I mean, you could learn a bit of that, but it's not really productive and it won't move your business forward. On the telephone to your friend, and etc. All of these activities are not going to move your business forward. You have to focus on the right activity in order to move your business forward. So let's talk about now some important tasks, some important activities and action you can do to move your business forward. So one of the things you can do is placing ads online. So if you saw any of my ads online, you probably saw one. That's why you are here and watching this right now. That's one of the important activities within your business: placing ads online, sending email to your list of prospects and customers, building an opt-in page where you collect the you collect information, whether it's name, email addresses. On the telephone to an interested buyer, holding a live webinar. So another example, the webinar I hold would be a productive activity, creating a product, deciding on a product, building a funnel, building a website, but a certain type of website that focuses on the customer's acquisition. So these are the activities that's going to move your business forward ultimately. And it's important you focus on those activities if you want to move your business forward and if you want to go to where you want to go. So make sure whatever you're doing, you are focusing on the right activities per day on that 2 hours. Because if you're not, chances are you're just going around that circle and you're not really achieving and you're not really moving the needle to where you want to go and to your goals and your dreams. So you got to work on the right task. $1 million question would be, is the activity I am doing the best use of my time? Or another question would be, is this the most important activity in my business, right? Another question would be, what moved my business forward? And only when you get answer, asking questions is pretty powerful. It's really powerful. If you ask the right questions, you're going to come with the right answer. So ask yourself these questions, maybe write these questions down, and every time you're about to do a task and activity, ask yourself, is this going to move my business forward? Is this going to move where I want to go? And only work on those tasks that's going to move your business and your life and your journey forward. Work only on important tasks. Work only on tasks that moves your business forward. Stop wasting time or doing things that are not good. So like I said, if you're on the phone to your friend, if you're on Facebook, if you're, don't know, checking emails, all of that stuff is not good. So ask yourself, is this activity is moving me forward? Is this the best use of my time? What moves my business forward? And only focus on those tasks. So as long as you use your 2 hours per day well, you are good to go. It's not true that you need long hours to work on your business. Just 2 hours, but doing the important things and doing the right tasks will do. Most important business owners, most CEOs, believe it or not, they only do 45 minutes productive work in an 8-hour day. So imagine how much up and down they're going and they're working on nonsense that really don't move their business forward. So by you just working 2 hours on a right task, you are ahead of most CEOs out there. That means most of things that do is nonsense. Make sure you're not one of them. To answer your questions, whether you need enough time or not, or whether you have enough time, is you don't need much time. Just working on the right things and the time you got is what you need, and it's what's important, and it's what you need to focus on. So set aside 2 hours per day and you're good to go. Not much, not less, just the right activity and task. And stay in your other commitment until you get to full-time income online, and then later on when you have full-time income, you could always increase the 2 hours to 4 hours per day and more. So just right now, you have a job, you have other commitments, just stay there and just work 2 hours per day, and make sure you find that 2 hours, because something as important as your financial freedom requires time, energy, resources, and requires your full attention. With 2 hours per day, you can make anywhere up to 10K to 20K per month. Now, I'm not saying if you spend 2 hours per day, you're going to make that money, because it takes more than it takes really energy, focus, sweat, tears. You focus a lot of energy and focus requires to make any of this money. But ultimately, if you focus on the right task, you are much closer to making that income that you desire. So I think you can even, I personally believe you can even make more per month, because I believe less is more. If you work on the right task, you are doing more. So I believe you can even make much more than 10 to 20K per month if you're working on the really, really productive task and important task. Anyway, more than that, you need to put in more energy and more resources and more time. If you want to really grow your business and you really want to get to next level, then you need to put more time, more energy. If you want to get to like maybe $1 million level, really get your business as much as possible as the best. And then it requires you to make sacrifices. It requires you to do hard work. It requires you to focus. It requires a lot of sacrifices. Let me tell you that for now. But ultimately, I'm sure you don't, most people that are watching this are not like, I want to become like the best business owner out there and I want to dedicate my life to business. And there is nothing wrong with it if you want to, but most people I'm sure watching this are not have that goal, at least at the moment. Later on, if it happens by itself, great. But at the moment, let's just start small. Let's have the right expectation. And later on, if we want to do more and we want to do more tasks, then we can always have the choice to do so. But right now, just focus on that 2 hours. Focus on doing the right activities. Focus on putting your energy on the right things. And then you're going to move the needle forward and you're going to get closer to your goal. So I hope that that really answered your questions and you can distinguish between right activities and wrong activities.